eternal love, and KOS. You here for a special message, the knowledge of self. We're going to be doing this deep dive into the knowledge of self. And today's importance of knowledge of self is the language of self. So as we dive into the mind of self, we dive into the higher parts of self. And so through that, we want to acknowledge all the powers, all the powers of consciousness. The powers of consciousness is the language of self. The language of consciousness is the language of all law. The language of all law is the Sufyan. And the Sufyan is one who has knowledge of self. Sufyan Sharif. 101. I ain't gonna be getting into all the 101s, but later. But now we need to understand the language so we'll know the 101s. So now when we begin to understand what the motion is in life, what self is in life, and how self came to be in life, all this is called Sufyan. So any part, the lower self, the higher self, and the divine self is all knowledge of self. So I want you to understand this is for self. And self is from all law. So self need that Sufyan language. So I'm going to bring you into the Sufyan language. Yes, indeed. As you see, Sufyan. Oh, yes. The one way, the true way of the language of self. And this is the second name of all law. All law is the one, the absolute, the almighty. The language of self, this is the way of which there is no doubt. Remember, the language of self is called Al-Sufyan. So this is the Al-Sufyan of which there is no doubt. This is the Al-Sufyan language which there is no doubt, as guidance unto those who respect knowledge, those who respect beauty. The knowledge of self is for guidance unto those who respect knowledge and wisdom, knowledge and beauty. Also, the knowledge of the Al-Sufyan is the language who reject ignorance and evil, who seek the well-being of their kin and their community, who honor those gifts bestowed to them, those who seek to learn, those who seek to practice, and those who seek to bear witness to what is revealed through the Al-Sufyan. The Al-Sufyan. Now, this is what you need to know about the Sufyan language. The Sufyan language, these who have the language, these are the ones who may be certain of the truth that they can never die. The Al-Sufyan language is a sacred gift. A gift of 144. I hope you heard that number before. For all my higher minds, 144. Sufa, each describing a character, a consciousness of wisdom, and an aspect of all law and existence. So if one should challenge you concerning these sacred characteristics of the Al-Sufyan language, then challenge them to write to same Sufa, which they cannot accomplish, for wisdom and truth is his own witness. And only the willingly blind and deaf could mistake the false words of deceivers from the truth of the divine creator. So when you hear me say the word Sufa, this is Allah's language. Allah Sufa. So Sufa means character of wisdom, capacity, representative token or image or picture. So Sufa is our image. We don't draw logos, shapes, and no. Sufa, we deal with wisdom. We don't deal with pictures. People hung on crosses, logos, sigils. The Sufa is our sigil, which is, you see, is character of wisdom. So all law gives men and the women the ability to think, to reason, and to choose. So I close to tell you this. Number 20. Therefore, you yourself do not need to be told what is wise and that which is dumb. That which is wicked and that which is true. You yourself need not to be told. Allah has given us the Al-Sufyan language, peace and eternal love. For peace is love. And KOS.